My name is Carol Bertrand of the law firm Bertrand Legal. We are established in Curacao and cover the Dutch Caribbean. With regard to advertising law in the Dutch Caribbean, there is no specific law in which you would find all the advertising rules that apply in the Dutch Caribbean. Rather, rules of advertising can be found spread across various laws. For instance, we have misleading advertising that is provided for in the Civil Code, as well as in an ordinance regarding goods. We have specific laws or specific rules, rather, on food labeling. So different provisions, what the advertiser would have to take into account, can also be found in the food labeling regulation. With regard to advertising via the media, for instance, we can find rules about advertising via television or radio, and that would cover particularly pharmaceutical products, packaged pharmaceutical products, and like many jurisdictions, we also have the part of the disclaimer where an advertiser would have to mention to the public for them to consult the healthcare professional before using certain medications. And something particular for the Dutch Caribbean, for instance, if this advertisement were to run in Curacao, then that disclaimer would also have to be said in the local language, which is Papiamento. There's also common that celebrities may not be used for advertisements on pharmaceutical products. There's also regulations on alcohol advertising, and like many jurisdictions, that sort of advertising to minors is not allowed. Specific is that there is a time slot within which advertisements on alcohol can run, and that is, for instance, from 10 p.m. until 1 a.m. That regards alcoholic drinks with a relatively high percentage. With regard to advertising, of course, in closing, there is also on rules, of course, of intellectual property would have to be considered. So copyrighted material would have to be respected, trademarks, trade names, and of course, images of persons that would be used in such advertisements.